Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Today's topic is the last topic from Unit 2, which is Lesson 28, Verbal Nouns, Al-Masdar. And we have already learned Masdar in our Unit 1. Verbal noun or Al-Masdar, it is a noun which originates from the verb. And Masdar is very important derivative in Arabic. This is a noun derived from a verb to refer to the action or the activity implied in it. For example, if I say Fataha, what is the meaning of Fataha?
To open, he opened.
Right? Fataha is Madi, this is fi'l, he opened in the past. Yaftahu is Mudare, present tense or future tense. He opens or he will open.
Yeah.
Right? So the Masdar represents a change in the form of a verb, which allows it to be used as a noun in the sentence. So Fataha, Yaftahu. The same root letters, if I say Fathun, okay, the meaning becomes to open. Masdar is a word minus the tense and the doer, the subject, right? So Masdar is, it doesn't have any tenses, present tense, future tense or past tense, and also it doesn't have a doer. There's no doer in it. The Arabic verb contains three pieces of information. If I say Fataha, right? So it has the action. What is the action? In Fataha, what is the action in Fataha?
He opened.
Opening, right? You're doing something with opening, right? So opening is an action. And who is the actor, the doer? If I say Fataha, he is the doer, right? Because he opened. Fataha is huwa, so he is the doer. And what is the time information? Fataha?
Past.
It's past tense, right? So the Arabic verb contains three pieces of information. The action, Fataha, opening is an action. So, and the second is the actor, like who is the doer? Fataha, huwa fataha, right? So it's he is the doer. And what is the time information? It's in the past tense because Fataha is fi'al madi, right? But the Masdar, the verbal noun, is a noun that originates from the verb. And it contains the action. Okay, there is an action. But it doesn't have an actor, the doer, or the time information. Okay, it just has the action. So it refers to the abstract idea of an action, something close to but not identical to. So if I say Fathun, the meaning is opening. So here there is no actor, there is no time. It's just the action. And since Masdar is a noun, it declines like a noun. It could be Fathun, Fathan, Fathin. And it gets the tanween when it is nakira. And it gets the article al when it is marifa noun, the definite noun. Okay? And it describes the action without the tense, without the time information, no present, past or future. And also without the fa'il, without the doer. So Masdar is also called as the original noun of action. This is called as infinitive. We have learnt about idea in our Unit 1. So Masdar is an Arabic word for an idea. Action word is called an idea, and in Arabic it is called as Masdar. Masdar is a kind of ism because ideas are said by using the word to, right? I can say to submit, right? This is an idea. And another way of saying an idea is with ing, like running, walking, eating, submitting, right? The idea of submitting. And the third way of saying idea is with ion at the end, like the idea of submission, rotation, addition, subtraction, right? So they are all ideas. So idea means things you have names for, but you can't touch them. For example, you can say emotion or education, or you have like thoughts. Thoughts you cannot touch them or have names for it, or you have like anger, or you have patience, or you have happiness, right? So they are all the names, but you can't touch them. And apart from those, the words ending with tion is an idea. For example, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, rotation, reflection, right? And education, they are all idea. And another kind of ideas are words ending with ing, swimming, running, jogging, and all those things. Okay? Take examples. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. وَإِن تَعْجَبْ فَعَجَبٌ قَوْلُهُم. And if you are astonished, then astonishing is their saying. So what do you think is the masdar here in this ayah?
Ajabun.
Ajabun, right? Ajab comes from the same root letters as like the fi'l, right? Ta'jab is the fi'l. And ajabun, this is the masdar, right? If you are astonished, then astonishing is their saying.
You know that it can be in rafa form and jar form as well.
Because it is a noun.
Yeah.
Since it is a noun, it declines like a noun. In the small six families like Fataha, Yaftahu, Daraba, Yadribu, Samia, Yasman, all those families, we have an unpredictable masdar. Okay, we don't know what type of masdar will come. For example, Fataha, Yaftahu is Fathun. Nasara, Yansur is Nasrun. But if there are other fi'l, the masdar could vary. It could be different. And masdar is also called as the original, the infinitive, or the gerund. Sometimes there are multiple verbal nouns for a given verb. And we have learned this in our Quranic examples when we were learning, right? The same word has different masdars. 3-letter verbs, there is no single pattern to create a verbal noun from a verb. For example, if you take fa'alun pattern of masdar, so if you have sami'a, yasma'u, and then the masdar would be sam'un. Or nasara, yansuru, it's gonna be nasrun. Okay, so this is the first pattern. I mean, like one of the pattern of the masdar, which is in fa'alun pattern. But if we take the fi'lun pattern, so if you have alima, ya'lamu, then the masdar will be ilmun. It's not going to be almun. Okay, like fa'lun, it's not going to be the same. It changes. There are like 30 different patterns, so it could come in any pattern. So we are going to learn the different patterns of masdars today. Okay. And if you have kharaja yakhruju, what would be the masdar? What is the masdar for kharaja yakhruju? Can somebody guess? How do you know that? For us to know, and we have to use a dictionary to know the masdar. Okay, so that's why I'm teaching you different patterns. So it could be fa'lun pattern like nasara yansuru nasrun, or fi'lun pattern alima ya'lamu ilmun, or it could be fu'ulun pattern kharaja yakhruju khurujun, or dakhala yadkhulu dukhulun. Masdar varies because it have 30 plus patterns of masdar, so it could come in any pattern for the small 6 families. But if you move to unit 3, if you have the form 2 to form 10, then you have a set masdar pattern, so that is more easy to learn the masdar. But for the small families, you have to look up in dictionary. Different patterns of form 1 verbs. So if you have fa'lun pattern is the like nasara yansuru nasrun, fi'lun pattern alima ya'lamu ilmun, fu'lun pattern kafara yakfuru kufrun. We have fa'alun pattern, so we have like kadhaba yakdhibu kadhibun, or we have fu'alun pattern hada yahdi hudan, right? Or we have fu'ulun pattern kharaja yakhruju khurujun, and we have fi'alun pattern. So you can take nakaha yankahu nikahun. And we have fa'latun pattern rahima yarhamu rahmatun. Or we have fa'la pattern. So we could have shakwa. Or fi'la is dhakara yadhkuru dhikra. And we also have fi'lanun pattern. Nasiya yansa nisyan, sorry. And then we have ghufran pattern, fu'lan. Or we have fi'alatun pattern like ibadatun. So masdar in Arabic is a verbal noun, and it can play various roles in a sentence depending on its context and usage. Some of the roles that a masdar can play, it includes the masdar could be mubtada, the beginning of or the subject of a nominal sentence. This is important, please pay attention, because masdar is a noun. Okay, so now we are learning it can play different roles in a sentence. So masdar can be a mubtada as well. So far we learned about mubtada and khabar. Mubtada is a noun, we learned that. Now masdar can also be a mubtada. So the beginning or the subject of a nominal sentence, jumla ismiya. For example, if I say As-safaru muta'atun. Traveling is a pleasure. So here, safar is traveling and as-safar is here. And this acts as a mubtada. Okay? And I'll take Quranic examples, you'll have a better picture. I'm taking all these things because you need to understand that Masdar is not just any noun. It can come as mubtada. Like, remember we learnt about maf'ul bihi also, right? Maf'ul bihi can be a nominal sentence, a verbal sentence, it could be anything, right? So same way for Masdar, it could be mubtada, it could be khabar, it could be a maf'ul bihi as well. Like, remember the example of maf'ul bihi, the maf'ul mutlaq, it comes from the same root letters as the verb. We learned in Unit 1. Do you all remember about that maf'ul bihi thing?
Yes, yes.
That was Masdar, right? And also it could be mudaf ilay, it could be hal, it could be tamiz. The Arabic root form is called the verbal noun al-masdar, the source, that can be observed in the third person masculine of the madi, past tense. For example, dakhala, it belongs to the form dakhala yadkhulu, dukhulun pattern, right? So dakhala, the masdar for dakhala would be dukhulun. And verbal nouns are not governed by a certain rule. There are 30 plus different forms of verbal roots. The following is a list of verbal nouns alongside their examples. First pattern is fa'lun pattern. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فطوعت له نفسه قتل أخيه. His mind made it easy for him killing his brother. Can somebody tell me what is masdar which is in fa'lun pattern here?
Qatlu.
Qatlun, right? So here qatla. So it is in the mansoob form. Can somebody tell me why is this in mansoob form?
Maybe it's maf'ul bihi here.
Yes, mashallah, right? So since it is a noun, it will decline like a noun. Then prompted to him his soul. Okay, so this is the doer. His soul prompted to him qatla, to what? To kill his brother. So this is maf'ul bihi. That's why it is in the mansoob form. Qatla akhihi. What is this qatla akhihi? This is the old grammar again. What is qatla akhihi? What grammar is this? Why akhi is mashallah, mashallah, very good. Qatla is mudaf and akhihi is mudaf ilay, right? And also I told you that the masdar could be mudaf ilay as well. Laqad khalaqna al-insana fi kabad. We have certainly created man to face difficulties, which is the masdar that has come in the form of fa'alun pattern. Kabadin, right? And what is the i'rab of kabadin here? Why is it majroor? Mashallah. So the masdar can also decline like a noun. It could be majroor, marfu or mansoob. So in this case, fi kabad is the majroor form and it is in fa'alun pattern. Okay? Try to find the masdar which is in fa'ilun pattern. From ذهب السيئات عني إنه لفرح فخور. Fakhur, yeah, fakhurun is masdar, but we are looking for fa'ilun pattern of masdar, which is in fa'ilun pattern.
Fa'ilun, la farihun.
Yes, very good. Farihun, very good, mashallah. Is the masdar. And what is la? Lam. What is la farihun?
Emphasis. Yeah, lam.
Very good. Indeed, he. La is exultant and boastful. So this is with lot of emphasis Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling. قَالُوا قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ.
Oh no, it's a verb.
Okay.
No.
Try to find وَقَالُوا قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ. They said our hearts are safe. غُلْفٌ. It is in what pattern? The masdar? فُعْلٌ pattern, right? غُلْفٌ. So they said our hearts are safe. Okay. What is وَقَالُوا? فعل ماضي. Okay, they all said. Good. Now what is قلوبنا? What's the grammar? مضاف إليه. Awesome. What is غلف? غلف.
Covered.
Okay, that's true. But do you have قلوبنا is مضاف إليه? What is غلف? What grammar is this?
Qulubuna Wolfun.
It's not sifa, sister.
Wolfun is the Masdar, right?
Masdar is there, yeah. There's one more grammar which we learned in Unit 1. Come on, sisters, you're forgetting.
Khabar.
Khabar, yeah, come on. See, if you have the mubtada could be a mudaf mudaf. We learned that we had a huge list of mubtadas, right? It could be mudaf mudaf ilay, it could be a marifa noun and all those things, right? So qulubuna is mubtada and ghulfun is the khabar. So
Yes.
a masdar can be a khabar, right? The masdar can be a khabar, a masdar can be a mudaf, a masdar can be a jar majroor, anything. I'm just giving those examples. So in this example,
Is it a jumla ismi or a jumla fi'liya?
you tell me, what is it?
For qalu, it should be jumla fi'liya, right?
Yes, yes. This part is jumla ismiya. This part. Okay. Waqalu. Yeah. They said. And there's one more grammar. Okay. Waqalu. Kulubuna. The whole thing. What is it? This is jumla ismiya. I know. There's one more thing. What is it?
It's the maf'ul.
Very good. Right? Waqalu. They said. They said what? They said qulubuna ghulf. Our hearts are safe. So this is qalu and this is maf'ul bihi. And maf'ul bihi can also be jumla ismiya. We learned about that as well, right? So don't forget the previous grammar. The qulubuna is also mubtada and ghulfun is khabar. And ghulfun is also masdar which follows the pattern of fu'lun. Got it?
Yes.
MashaAllah. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? Did you all understand? Are you all understanding it? Any questions?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Innaha la ihdal kubar. Surely it is the gravest misfortune. So can you tell me a masdar which is in fu'alun pattern? Fu'alun.
Al-kubar.
Kubarun. Right? It was kubarun. And why is it not kubarun? Why is it without a tanween?
Marifa.
It's marifa. Very good. And ihdal kubari. Why is it kasra? What grammar is that?
This is mudaf ilayh.
Very good. And now you know masdar is a mudaf ilay too. Okay, so masdar, so far what did we learn? Masdar can be a mudaf, masdar can be khabar and mubtada and khabar. It could be anything, right? So here it is mudaf ilay.
Yeah.
In kana qamisuhu qudda min qubul. If it is that his shirt is ripped from the front. So can you find the masdar which is in fu'ulun pattern? Qubulun, right? Fu'ulun is qubulun. Why is it kasra here? Qubulin?
Because of min.
Very good. So masdar is declinable. So min qubulin. So qubulun is the masdar which is in fu'ulun pattern. Okay. Khuluqin is also from fu'ulun pattern. You can just write it down. Qubulun and khuluqun. They follow the fu'ulun pattern. And next we have dhikru rahmati rabbik, a mention of the mercy of your Lord. And can you find the masdar which is in fa'latun pattern?
Rahmati.
Right? It's rahmatun. Right? And why rahmati is having a kasra here?
It's a mudaf ilayh.
MashaAllah. Now you know that masdar is mudaf. It could be mudaf, it could be mudaf ilayh, it could be mubtada, it could be khabar. Right? So here, dhikru rahmati, this follows. What pattern is this rahma of masdar? Fa'latun pattern, right? So rahmatun, it follows the fa'latun pattern. Tilka idhan qismatun iza. Can you try to find the masdar which is in fi'latun pattern? Qismatun, right? Fi'latun, qismatun. And also we have more examples which are in fi'latun pattern. Can somebody give me from Quran? We have fitnatun. Remember fitna?
Yes.
Right? And we also have niswatun. Okay, niswatun is also in fi'latun pattern. Okay? Fitratun. Very good. MashaAllah. And also,
So this is then an unfair division.
yes, very good. MashaAllah. Next we have is إِذْ أَنْتُمْ بِالْعُدْوَةِ الدُّنْيَا. Now try to tell me the masdar which is in fu'latun pattern. Fu'latun.
Udwatun.
Udwatun. Okay, very good. And can you explain what is this bil udwa? Try to explain the grammar and try to translate.
Jar majroor.
because of B, it's udwatin.
Kalaba.
Okay,
Okay, another
mashallah. Highly emphasize everybody to please learn the tafsir of the surah. Either join some classes. I told you about Ar-Rahma, they are free classes, because at the end of the day, again, our intention to learn grammar is to understand the Quran. But when you don't know the tafsir of the Quran, it becomes difficult for you, even though if you know the Arabic grammar, but if you don't know the tafsir, so try to learn tafsir, inshallah. Okay. All are doing amazing, mashallah, and I can see that, I can see teachers in my class, mashallah, future teachers, mashallah. You are all so good in grammar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from all of us and increase us in knowledge, inshallah.
Ameen.
Next we have فَفِدْيَةٌ مِّنْ صِيَامٍ أَوْ صَدَقَةٍ. What is فَعَلَةٌ pattern? The masdar which is in فَعَلَةٌ.
Sadaqatun.
صَدَقَةٌ. So do you find any other masdar which are in different patterns in this ayah?
Fidyatun.
What pattern is fidya?
Fi'alatun.
Very good. Anything else?
Lovely.
And siyamun,
Siyamun.
and you're going to learn
Siyamun.
this is fi'alun pattern. Okay. All know fidya, right?
It's like expiation or ransom.
Okay.
So the ransom mina
From-
siyam
from the fast.
Mm-hmm.
From the fast.
Or
Sadaqatin. Or
charity.
Very good. Very good.
Charity.
Very good. Mashallah. See, you can translate without looking at the translation. Congratulations, everyone. Mashallah. Fafidiyatun is then a ransom min siyamin. So from fasting, aw is or. Okay, aw is or. And sadaqa, you all know the charity. Sadaqatin is fa'alatun pattern or charity. And I found three forms of masdar. Fidiyatun is fi'latun pattern. Siyamun is fi'alun pattern. Sadaqatun is fa'alatun pattern. Watammat kalimatu rabbik. Can somebody tell me the masdar which is in what pattern? The pattern fa'ilatun pattern.
Kalimatu.
Kalimatu. Very good. Kalimatu.
A word of your Lord.
Yeah, so this is mudaf. Now translate.
Tammat is and complete is the word of your Lord.
Mashallah. You might get a question, right? So this is a tamarbuta. Why kalimatu is not having a tamarbuta? The tamarbuta becomes open ta when it comes as mudaf. Okay, and there could be exceptions. There could be exceptions, but mostly it's like, sometimes, kalima, it comes with a tamarbuta, right? But in this case, it has open ta because it has come as mudaf. That, and again, it has exceptions. Sometimes it comes in mudaf, but it has come with tamarbuta. Next, we have in huwa illa dhikra. What is fi'la pattern masdar?
Zikra.
Dhikra. Very good. Okay, explain. Try to translate this.
in agar huwa
It is but a reminder.
MashaAllah. Fama zalat tilka da'wahum. What is fa'la pattern? The masdar which is in fa'la pattern.
Da'wa.
Da'wa. Very good. What is the madi and mudari for da'wa? We have learned just recently in our previous.
Da'a yad'u.
MashaAllah. Very good. Is it, what type of weak verb is it?
It's the last letter weak, which is nakhis.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Very good.
Nakhis wawi.
Alhamdulillah. A weak verb is this. Zala yazalu.
It's the middle letter alif.
Middle letter. Very good. Right? So this is what name is that? So if you have middle letter weak verb, there's a
Ajwaf. Fail
ajwaf.
ajwaf.
Very good. So this is like khafa yakhafu. Zala yazalu is to cease. Next we have ya bushra hadha ghulamun. Now which is the masdar which is in fu'la pattern?
Bushra.
Bushra is the masdar. Ya bushra. Oh, good news. This is a youth. This is from Surah Yusuf. So, do you know the story? Who said this? Ya bushra hadha ghulamun. Who said this?
When they found Yusuf alayhi salam in the well,
Okay, mashallah.
the person cried out here.
Good. Know the tafsir. When you know the story, now you can connect it, right? So I want you all to just listen to the tafsir. You do the bana asifa. Ghadbana asifa. Fa'lan pattern is ghadban. Wrathfully grieved. Okay. There are other words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in fa'lan pattern.
Rahman.
Rahman. Right? And next we have غفرانك ربنا, which is in fu'lan pattern.
غفرانا.
غفران. Right, more words which are in fu'lan pattern.
Furqan.
Furqan. And we have subhan, right? Subhan.
Right.
We have Quran. Quran too, right? Wal-fusuqa wal-isyan. And transgression and disobedience.
Isyan.
So which is fi'lan pattern.
Isyan.
Isyan.
Fi'lan.
Very good.
Rizwan.
Okay. Yeah, Rizwan, mashallah. Very good.
Islam.
Islam, yes. Fu'ulun, right? Like dakhala yadkhulu dukhulun. So this is from fasiq, right? This is asa ya'si isyan. The transgression and disobedience. Wa inna ala dhahabim bihi, which is in the fa'alun pattern. Fa'alun.
Zahabin.
Dhahabun, right? So what is dhahabin? Why is it kasra here?
Allah.
Allah is
Jar majroor.
Very good, mashallah. And we are indeed able to carry it away. So actually it starts from, the ayah starts from وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ Surah Mu'minun, and we send down from the sky water in due measure, then we cause it to settle in the earth. And indeed we, on taking it away, are surely able. So it's like the ayah continues, but we have the last part of the ayah. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allah.
Yeah, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because it started from wa anzalna, and we send down, because this is the royal way of saying, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling in a royal way, in a majestic way. Okay?
Yeah.
Next we have wa huwa aladdul khisam.
Fi'al khisam.
Fi'alun khisamun. Why is it kasra?
Aladul khisam is again mudaf ilayh.
Right. So Masdar has come in mudaf ilay form. And the meaning is, and he is the most violent of adversaries. Okay? Aladdul khisam. And what other words are there which are in fi'alun pattern?
Siyamun.
Siyamun, good. And others?
Rijalun.
Rijalun, very good. And we also have qitalun.
Harun.
Yes.
Hisabun.
Biharun.
Biharun.
Samudra.
Very good. And we have qisasun.
Yes.
We also have Isha'un. Isha, the time. لَقَدْ ظَلَمَكَ بِسُؤَالِ نَعْجَتِكَ, which is in fu'alun pattern.
Su'alun.
Su'alun, right? And bi su'ali, because it is jar majroor. Okay?
Jar majroor.
So fu'alun, we learned about ghulamun, right, in our previous ayah. So this is from fu'alun pattern.
Certainly, he wronged you
With the
the
question of
your sheep.
Very good, mashallah. So do you remember, can you connect this story? Where was this mentioned? Or
Islam, maybe.
yeah, it is about Dawud.
Yes.
Mashallah.
Dawud, when the sheep ate the other person's grass,
Yeah.
he asked for the sheep.
Mashallah. You all are doing amazing job, mashallah. May Allah accept it. May Allah accept the time which we are spending to learn and understand the Quran. May Allah accept it.
Ma'am, for the beautiful exposure.
Ameen.
Okay, next we have bara'atum min Allah, which is fa'alatun pattern.
Bara'atun.
Bara'atun.
Bara'atun. Bara'a is freedom or from obligations and all. So from Allah. So bara'atun is fa'alatun pattern. Ja'altum siqayatal hajji, which is fi'alatun pattern.
Siqayatun.
Siqayatun. Right. So why is it siqaya? Why is it mansoob here?
Because
Because it's the maf'ul bihi.
Very good. Try to translate now.
Ja'altum. Did you all make siqayatu is the drink of the hajis.
Very good. MashaAllah. This is easy, right? Ja'ala is to make, right? And you have a question word. Do you make, right? And siqaya is the providing of water of the Hajj pilgrim, the pilgrims of the Hajj, right? Al-Hajji. And what is siqaya? What grammar is this?
mudaf ilayh.
Very good. This is mudaf and al-hajji is mudaf ilayh. So Masdar has come as mudaf in this ayah. Okay, so siqaya is fi'alatun pattern. And notice that I told you sometimes like kalimatun, right? So that came as open ta, but here this has come as a ta marbuta. So there are exceptions. So sometimes it comes as mudaf with a ta marbuta, and sometimes in kalima it came with an open ta. وَقَبْلَ الْغُرُوبِ, which is the fu'ulun pattern. Fu'ulun pattern.
Ghurub.
Ghurub. Right? You got to know about fu'ulun, junudun, ghurubun, dukhulun, and all those. Next we have فَتَقَبَّلَهَا رَبُّهَا بِقَبُولٍ حَسَنٍ. So which is the word in Masdar in fa'ulun pattern.
Qabulin. Qabulin.
Qabulin is fa'ulun pattern, and because it is having a B. Very good. Do you have more words which are in fa'ulun pattern?
Qabul and Hasanin is the Mawsuf Sifa, right?
Is it Mawsuf Sifa? Yes. MashaAllah, it is.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
Yes. Sifa Mawsuf. Very good.
Qabulin.
And see, and Masdar can be Sifa Mawsuf as well. Right?
فَتَقَبَّلْ
Her Lord accepted her
Mm-hmm.
in a good acceptance.
MashaAllah. Who did Allah
Bibi
accept?
Maryam. Maryam
MashaAllah.
alayhi salam.
This is from qabbala yataqabbalu. This is form 5. Inshallah, we are going to learn in unit 3. Okay, so taqabbal is a fi'l, right? So he accepted. But then there is a doer outside the fi'l. So whenever you have a doer, the doer replaces the inside pronoun. Okay, so
because
instead
it
of
is in
saying
the
he
verb form.
accepted, you will say Rabbuha. It's Rabbuha.
Her Lord
Ha
accepted.
is a feminine.
Her
So
Lord
her
accepted
Lord
her.
accepted ha is her. Her Lord
Her.
accepted her with, right? Bi qabulin hasan, with a good, it's beautiful hasana,
acceptance.
with the beautiful
Her
hasana.
acceptance.
So qad ji'ti shay'an fariya. This one was actually fariyun. Okay, but it doesn't look like fa'ilun pattern, right? So this is a weak verb. Okay, because there's a ya here. So this was actually becomes fariyan because there are two yas here. Okay, shadda on it. So it becomes fariyan. Okay, this was actually fariyun. Yeah.
Certainly, you brought an amazing thing.
Yeah. So this is from Surah Maryam again. Hamulatan wa farsha, which is the
Hamulatan.
fa'ulatan pattern is hamulatan.
Hamulatan.
And this is from hamala yahmilu. You all know to carry a burden, right? But of the cattle, hamulatan wa farshan. So this is like, and of the cattle are some for burden and some for meat. So, and next we have like in some cases a meme is prefixed, and this is called as masdar al mimi. Okay, and it can be of the pattern. It could be maf'alun, maf'ilun, or maf'alun. Okay, so sometimes we learned about like so many patterns, like we learned about fu'alun, fi'alun, fu'ulun, fa'alatun, kubra, bushra, and all those things, right? But some cases the meme is prefixed for the masdar, and that masdar is called as masdar al-mimi. Rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin. Now, do you see any masdar which is in maf'alun pattern?
Mudkhal. Mudkhalan.
Mudkhalan, right? So, can you translate this?
Rabbi, my Lord,
Mm-hmm.
adkhilni, enter me,
Mm-hmm.
mudkhala sidkhan, in good entrance.
Sound and good entrance. Very
Sound.
good. We have, and the ayah continues, وَأَخْرِجْنِي مُخْرَجَ صِدْقٍ.
Yes, sidkhan.
Right?
Yes.
So, which is the word which is in maf'alun or maf'ilun or maf'alun pattern?
So mudkhala, mudkhalun, mukhrajun.
Mukhrajun, right? Mukhrajun. So, and make me go a truthful going, right? And cause me to exit with a sound exit or with a truthful exit. Okay? So, we have mukhrajun. Hasunat mustaqarran wa muqama. Goodly is the abode and the rest. Okay. So far, so alhamdulillah, congratulations everyone. We have completed unit 2. MashaAllah, you are all advanced students from today onwards. Alhamdulillah.